Today we are going to talk about true help. So in my opinion, to be truly helpful is to see ourselves and implicitly others within this light of truth, the truth of our being. And this would be our reality, our undetermined reality. Because we are talking here about the ultimate reality, which must be undetermined reality, because otherwise there would be something prior to this reality, and that would be the ultimate reality. So the ultimate reality of ourselves must be undetermined reality, and this comes with a peace to it, with safety, right? Because there is nothing that can determine this reality, nothing can determine to be harmed in any way, to be altered in any way, or threatened. So I think this is to be truly of service, to see ourselves within this light, because, or to see for ourselves um, this this reality, because otherwise if we believe that something can change this reality, then we admit this within our mind. We admit that something is prior to reality. And what is this? Isn't this self-importance? Because we would play the game of saying or of determining how reality is. So we are playing the game of being prior to reality, right? Which is self-importance. It cannot be true. And this is the first self-importance that we play. And then we are trying to we are entering into this compensation mechanism and try to fix reality and try to repair this reality, like if something did really happen to this reality, right? Which is again self-importance, and this is not okay, because what happens is that uh, in this game we are playing, this means that there is some other antagonist, right, or some other force that uh, can change reality, and we project this. So in our day-to-day experience, we project this onto other people, right? So we project problems on other people based on the belief that something can be harmed, something can be changed within ourselves and others. And then we project also some perpetrators. right? So we are playing this game of victims and perpetrators, and then we are coming in as some savior, right? Which is again self-importance. And if we do save someone within this context of this game we are playing, then there will be someone saved in the detriment of others. Right? There will be winners and losers in this game. So it's not a win-win situation. And this can lead to some impossible situations, for sure. So the best way to operate, let's say, is to first see this for ourselves that nothing can change this reality. There is nothing prior to this reality. And be in our right mind about this. And then, if this is emphasized to be our experience, then this is our reality, right? And this being the same reality. And so we operate on this level, in this realm, in a way. And this being the only reality possible, because it has no starting point, because it's not determined, right? There is no margin to it. So this is, in a way, everywhere. This is the same reality for everyone. If we are operating from with this attitude and from this uh, knowing, let's say, then everything is smoothed out. Everything falls into its place, right? Because reality cannot be against itself, right? So there will be some win-win situation for everyone. So I'm not saying to not help, but help with the right attitude, right? Help after we establish or we choose this for ourselves. We admit this actually. After we admit this undetermined reality to be the case for us and everyone, if then we are called to reach out with a hand, of course, we help. But otherwise, if we operate within this game of being prior to reality and self-importance, then it's not okay, right? Because there is this superiority game, right? Where we play the role of some saviors, right? And that's not okay. And I learned this in my life, on my skin, in a way, and it's not okay. It leads to an impossible situation, and still the only way out, in a sense, is still to recognize this, um, to be the case, to be this undetermined reality, to be the reality, and then, in a way, everything is sorted out or falls into its place by itself. Okay, so reality cannot be determined. Our own reality cannot be determined. No one's reality cannot be determined. It's the same reality. And if we not think so, then we are playing the game of being prior to this reality. We are playing a game of superiority. We are playing a game of uh, self-importance. And there are victims and perpetrators, saviors. It's not a win-win situation. So it's not the way to go. So the only choice is to see the truth, to see that nothing can change this reality, to quit playing this game of being prior to reality and establish how or determine reality, and let reality be as it is, right? Because it is as it is anyway, and uh, it handles problems itself, right? Seeming problems, because on its level there are no problems. On its level there are no problems. And if we emphasize this within our mind, and if we operate on this level, then in a sense we are uh, in its arms, right? And we are taken care of. Otherwise, we are alone in a sense against uh, a world, right? So let's exchange this and operate in heaven, actually, because it would be heaven, right? Because this would be the realm of true reality, right? Of undetermined reality, of safety, of freedom and peace, of the good. Okay, thank you.